Narasimhaji. Namaskaram to each one of you. I don't know what should I say. I'll take cue from whatever was spoken so far. There was one question asked whether God is male or female. The original God is female. It is called Adi Parashakti. And Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara has to do penance for 200 million years to get into the position of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Adi Parashakti is only one, and that is force. The Shakti itself means goddess. And there is only one goddess, that is Shakti. I am from Kerala. I learned Tantri from Kerala. So I know Tantra Shastram. And Tantra Shastram is much older than Veda Shastram. We generally believe Veda is knowledge. But before knowledge, there was Tantra Shastram. How to derive knowledge and grab it. And if you go deeper inside, you will see the first god is Shiva. And he took away Shakti along with him. That is Parvati, his wife. And if you look at that, I am from Kerala, therefore I should take quote from the Hindu Guru Sri Shankaracharya. He describes Shakti in one book. I am sure the youngsters must have never heard. I don't know, the older people must have heard about that book. It's called Saundarya Lahari. If you have your grandparents who are closer to India, I think all of you are not closer to India now. Bharatiyam is not there. Only Westernism is more in India. If you don't know your mother tongue, your other tongue only is in your tongue, then you are very good. So if you ask them what is Saundarya Lahari, it is describing every part of Devi, bit by bit, from toe to top, from top to toe. And it is first medical book. If you can read only the eyes, that's a treatment for eyes. You read 1,000 times and do the chakra along with that. So I did it in Hyderabad for a small child who was almost blind, and he is all right now. 10 years back I did it for a small boy. And that's so powerful, but it's very difficult. I had to collect 20 ladies, and it has to be chanted by ladies only. Though Saundarya Lahari is describing the lady's beauty, it is never chanted by gents. It's to be chanted by ladies, it's more powerful. So I could only guide them, but the real chanting has to be done by ladies. And the first sloka is very beautiful. That itself shows the power of woman. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Na Chet Evam Devo Na Khalush Pusharat Pandidum Api. Anything you understood? Very good. So I can tell anything about it now. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum. O Shiva, you have no power if Shakti is not with you. Because Shiva, when you write, you have to write Sha and what is it called? Valli. You have to put that, then only it becomes She, right? In any Bharatiya language. I am not talking about English. English is not it's a handicapped language. I will give you that explanation or lecture later if you want. So Sha, if you want to become She, then it becomes Shiva. If you remove that Valli, it becomes Shava. So the Shiva becomes Shiva with life only if Hridaya Spandidumapi. Your Hridayam has to beat. The Hridayam beating happens only if you have life. And that life is Shakti. And this Shankaracharya happened to be only a devotee of Shiva, but not of Shakti. If you go behind the story of writing that. And he always prays only Shiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. No Shakti at all. And one day he was so tired he has to pick up the water, and he asked one question, I am not able to pick up water, I am so tired, where is my Shakti? So that time he is such a knowledgeable person and devotee of Shiva. Shakti appeared and asked, so far you never cared me, but when you don't have strength, you have to depend on me now. And she blessed him. That's what it says. And you can see both the three God in English also you translate into generator, observer and destroyer. That is God, God. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara has got a single wife. Brahma's wife is, that also you don't know. Saraswati. Okay, so you know about wife anyway. Good. Sometime you have to ask the other way. You know who is the husband of Saraswati, then somebody will not know. Okay. And it's so fantastic, you understand, the blend is so good. If you have knowledge, then only you have creativity. The god of creativity is Brahma, and the goddess of knowledge is Saraswati. And everybody understand what is this, right? Money. That is Lakshmi. So whenever you have Lakshmi, Lakshmi's husband will be along with you. Or if you have Lakshmi's husband, then only Lakshmi will be with you. Lakshmi's husband is action. Maintenance, that's his job. Vishnu's job is maintenance and action. If you have to maintain or do action, you need money. And Lakshmi is always along with that. And you have Shiva. He is called as destroyer by Westerners, but in Indian tradition or Bharatiya tradition, it is meditation. Samadhi. Samadhi by mistake English translated into death or destroy. Samadhi is not a destroy, it is highly productive. I am a meditation master from Himalaya. Swami Vedabharati's Shishya. So when we meditate, if you have little cold, you cannot meditate. And a good meditator will never fall sick. I am not sick for last 25 years. Not even cold, no headache, no eye pain, no itching, nothing. That's because I am deadly against you people. You always eat a packet, I never eat packets. No packed foods, no chocolates, no ice creams, no cool drinks in my body, and no medicines in my body. A genuine, natural product. Produced well and maintained well. Organic. Yeah, highly organic. And from a small village, therefore never polluted. So, if you have Shakti, then only you can meditate. So you can see this duplet. Difference between God and goddesses is never there. Rama is always called Sita Rama. That his wife's name is prefixed, not suffixed. Later girls started suffixing the husband's name. Uma becomes Uma Singla. Okay. But that was not permitted earlier. Radha Krishna Mandir means Krishna's temple, not Radha's Mandir. And that too not his wife, only lover. Those who go to Radha Krishna temples are all gents or ladies who want their husbands to be having girlfriends. And many people go soon after marriage, go to Krishna temple so that my husband will have some another girlfriend. You know? It's always permitted. And Bharatiya Shastram, I am an astrologer, so many people will come and ask me, is it necessary to see the horoscope before seeing marriage? I said horoscope is not required. It's not horoscope, horoscope. It is not required because traditionally we never had this. It was girls who has to choose their husbands. Only thing they will ask them to fight. Now I am in an engineering college, I keep seeing it. Girls will have 3-4 boyfriends and they will ask them to fight. And whoever has got the best motorbike, girls are behind them. Until that bike becomes old. If the bike is old, they go to a 4-wheeler. So the myth is really changing. The world is of ladies. No doubt, I will give the telephone number of the taxi driver who was driving me all the way, and I have recorded whatever he spoke to me. I asked him, so many questions I keep asking because I learned from drivers. Because they have much more general knowledge. Not now traditionally. I have doubt. Traditionally, drivers are better. I am sure the richest man also, if you are very rich, you will drive your car. If you are richest, you will have always a driver. So, if there is a traffic jam, the richest man or the collector or the chief minister, whoever is that, he will have a driver. He will ask, what is happening there? As if the driver is much more knowledgeable than this fellow. The same thing happened in Mahabharata war also. Dhritarashtra asked the question to Sanjaya only. Sanjaya was a driver and Dhritarashtra was a king. And he asked and Dhritarashtra teaches. This is what happened. So I talked to my driver whenever. Luckily I had a cab. I said I will drive and come, but these people were very obedient, saying that you have to come by cab only. Then I should use that time. So whatever paid was much more, less than what knowledge I got, because it's a great knowledge. The first question I asked was, I never told him for which program I am going. I am saying going to Badruka for some program. I want some knowledge from you. What's that you want? And then he said, I also studied in this college. I know Badruka college. How do you know? See, there are a lot of girls, so I go around to that place when I was a student. Then I said, there is one other college also. Yeah, he knows all the college names. And later he became a taxi driver. So that's understandable. That's understandable. Azim, his name is Azim. I'll give the telephone number if you want. Then I asked him, do you get people coming traveling in your car asking questions like this? He said, rarely, sir. Then I asked him, do ladies ask you such questions? Generally, ladies, as they get, we don't talk to them, but they talk to us. He said, why? Because they must be more scared. No, they are not scared. 70% of the girls who are all much smarter than boys are here. It's true, really true, I think. Today's world, I'll tell you, I teach in engineering college, more than all the sections I finished, I think. 4th year BTech, 3rd year BTech, 2nd year BTech. I am filling the blanks in the college. Wherever teachers are not there, I go. And most of the time teachers are not there. So I get a lot of classes. I club them together and put into seminar hall, large groups. That's my classes. And at the end, I will ask them, whatever you learned today, send me a SMS. Or maybe an email. And I hardly find some boys sending email, sending SMS and all that. Because they don't care all this. Whatever happens in the classroom or not. Because they keep looking at somewhere else. That's a problem. The heart is not there. This is not correct. It says emotion is not there. Nelson Mandela says, women have more heart and gents think that they have good head. So it's really true. And that is one of the reasons earlier women were not asked to work in the offices. Because as madam was telling, women take their family also along with them in the office. They carry their home. And then you ask every woman or your colleagues, you will know about your parents. But you ask the boys, do you know about the other fellow's parents? They don't know. Because as soon as the gate, out of the gate, they forget about their family. Women carry along with them. That's a fact. So they keep discussing about their family, what happened yesterday. And you can see that in the working woman also. In the small places when they work, they will go and say, yesterday I got 3 beatings from my husband. And the other lady will say, I got 4. Okay, so I am very happy. It's natural. So taking their home wherever they go is a big problem with the woman. And it is a blessing also that gives them a lot of peace of mind. And today most of the families are run by women but not by gents. And that's good. See, I was sitting with Uma Singla and Uma Durga. She is one of my students. And he's her boyfriend or? Okay, just a friend. Okay. No, we don't know today. Okay, just a friend. Because I keep seeing Uma with a lot of boyfriends. That's why I could not select her as boyfriend. No, if I have to her boyfriend, she has to be alone sometime. But always she is with someone, so I am not able to. And all the time she was talking about her profession, education, for last 1 year, what course she was doing. But he is cool. He doesn't talk about anything. Because he doesn't matter or he don't care me. See, some people care. Some people don't care that happens. Today morning I was supposed to call one girl to send for an interview in some place. I asked her to report my house at 9 o'clock so that I will take her to that interview place, and I am also in the board. So I thought I will select her straight. She was my student. But she came at 10:05. And when she came, and she had her boyfriend also along with. Then I asked her the question, it was 2 questions were enough to find out she was late not because of her. The boyfriend was supposed to drive the bike and the driver became late. What you can do? So this happens most of the time. And I am seeing maybe woman empowerment should come when woman will drive the bike and men will sit behind them. And I am not seeing that in the city. All the time you will see men driving bike and women sitting behind, right? Is it not? So the day should change when woman will drive the bike and men will sit behind. I think that's only possible. It's not always. God has given one gift to woman. They can balance well. They are more matured. And a 13-year-old girl is much more matured than 13-year-old boy. And always problems are with the boys but not with the girls. Girls have more affiliation towards their parents. They can tell all their problems to their mother. But boys cannot tell their problems to mother or father. Therefore boys become much worse. I am a psychotherapist, so I let a lot of people who come to me with a lot of problems, and I see this. It's one of the biggest problems. So what is essentially required is to guide the younger generation to a better tomorrow, and that is possible only with the mother. And I think today's mothers are a lot of, they become mother before they become really matured. They have not seen the world, they have not seen life, and sometimes by mistake they take a pair which is more closer to their age. Therefore the balancing becomes very bad after some time. I've got a poetry book in which I have a lot of, I'm also a poet. So I've got a poetry book. If you have time, look at one of my blog called Life of Love. I have run 62 blogs. One of my blog is on my poetry. One of my blog is on writing on life. Life's Made Simple is one of my book, which was my discussion between me and my students on Orkut, which was great-grandfather of Facebook. Okay. So I started 15 years back, and then I have a book. I may be the only one person who wrote a book from the citizens' discussions. And the Life of Love, one book, I define wife, very invited forever. Wife is very invited forever. When I give lecture in some of the Andhra colleges, they say no. Then I correct for them saying that wealth in full enjoyment. Because a lot of dowry systems are there, a lot of money comes along with the wife. And today's girls are very good. They know how to select with the richest fellow. In 1970s, 80s and all, in our younger age, love was almost blind. And marriage was an eye-opener. And that's also part of one of my poetry book. Before marriage, if you are conceived, it's a big problem. After marriage, if you don't conceive, it's also a big problem. So these are all problems associated with family and life. Life is entirely different, and life control is always with the woman. And they control the whole family, as Madam says, either you are working or not working. I may also make sambar. But my wife makes sambar all the time same. But if I make, every time I will have to rename it because I don't know what I am making. After making only I can name it. That's what happens. Though I am a good cook. No. So every time I make a different curry. But women are stabilized, standardized. They know how to make it. They have patience. Gents have less of patience. And they have been blessed to be more beautiful. Women are much more beautiful all the time. Nice curves. Women have always nice curves. But today woman doesn't have good curves. That's a problem. And see, the Indian generation had a lot of dress on woman. But whereas Western people only have 10 centimeter and 2 centimeter. That's the dress which they have. They're all very poor and conjuice. So most of the time, they have only algebra and geometry around them. So this keeps changing. What happens is, our tradition, I don't know, most of the Indian people, especially after BTech, people have become more closer to Mahatma Gandhi and started quitting India because Mahatma Gandhi once said to quit India. So after BTech they all quit India and go for MS. So I am sure those who become real Bharatiya and Sankalpa learn, you understand, woman had lot of power in home as goddess and as rituals, as family. Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, Karamadye Saraswati, Karamule Sthida Gauri, Prabhade, Karadarshanam. All the 3 goddesses are kept in the hand. No gents' words are kept there, no. Only woman. So the woman goddesses had the power, and every woman is really no, I don't know, many people misquote that. Stri na Swatantram Arhadi and all that. There are a lot of quotations. You must not have heard that. These are all politicians speak about it. Ladies were never given Swatantram. Stri na Swatantram Arhadi. It is not Swatantram, it is Swatantram Arhadi. Swatantram means they should not be made to work. They should be always supported by somebody else by supporting them. These are all the messages. So Bharatiya Sankalpam had a lot of difference, but most of the celebrations comes from Western because they are not having this freedom. We have a democratic system in which women were always given highest power. Maybe today people are thinking about it once again and the world will become much more stronger and powerful. So thank you for giving this opportunity to at least to talk to few of you. Hope whatever I said, some points will be, one point is in your mind, this is worth it. And I don't generally go for such programs, I only like to have classes. By mistake somebody called me and I wanted to know what is this care and eye care and all that. So my wife was asking yesterday, what is that eye care? I said that's a bal. No, take care of your hair, that's what it says. The symbol was that, right? That's there, somewhere it is there, yeah. I said this is the head tied there and that ladies have to take care of their hair because the beauty of ladies are based on the hair. But now most of them cut that and then become like boys cut. I have got a girlfriend, Girlfriend means one of my students. I keep all my students as my girl.
Talking about curves, it's the silhouette of a woman.
Yeah, that's a silhouette, but this looks like doesn't have, the natural curve is not there. It's all artificial curves. So I call somebody does this bobbing and then I said that she's a boy, or I have to say he is a girl. Like that I have to tell that. There's confusion sometimes to seeing whether they are really girls or boys. Because it's very difficult with the pants and shirts. I'm sure you don't understand. Most of the boys don't keep this beard and mustache also. They also shave nicely. So it's very difficult sometimes to find out whether who you are, a boy or a girl. Okay. So God bless you to become a real woman with a lot of power and force in you. And probably the woman's strength is love and care and consideration, emotion. And that's a power which you should have. God bless you to become a real woman with a lot of power and force in you. Thank you, God.